is love vast as the ocean, loving kindness as the...
This hymn was written somewhere between 50 and 60 years before the Welsh revival of 1904 by William Rees, a gifted Welsh preacher and prolific writer. Rees was a man of many talents who not only worked diligently for the advancement of the gospel and the arts, but was passionate about justice for the oppressed and maintained a strong involvement in politics to that end. He campaigned for the abolition of slavery leading up to the American Civil War and spoke out for the liberation of Hungary. When he writes about the floodgates of mercy and heaven's peace and perfect justice, he writes from an overflow of his own heart. Rees wrote the first two stanzas himself, though other stanzas for this hymn have appeared at different times. Although uncertain, it would seem that he would later append the third stanza with the words from a hymn by William Williams, who lived during the 18th century. Here is love experienced a new life during the Welsh revival of 1904, where it became known as the love song of the Welsh revival. For more than 2 weeks, the revivalist Heav'n Roberts had been preaching in Wales, and the Spirit of God was moving. At the request of one of the reverends attending, a young girl named Annie began to sing a song of her choosing. The soloist voice rang out with the familiar Welsh tune in the original language. It was, of course, what we know as "Here is love vast as the ocean." Ever since the days when that young soloist broke the silence with the emotional words to this hymn, the song became an anthem of a movement that saw over 100,000 people come to know Jesus.
Let me seek thy kingdom only, and my life be to thy presence.